Welcome to the Joyage Kingdom. In today's video, we'll be continuing the brutally honest reactions video, reacting to NFT and crypto YouTubers' most viral videos. In today's video, we'll be reviewing and reacting to NFT Nate. He's been, not MIA, but he's been complaining that there hasn't been a lot happening in the NFT space. So I'm going to make a reaction video. Nate, if you want to make a reaction to my reaction, there's some content for you. In today's video, we have price prediction, what to do if you mint a Hapebeast NFT, huge games to be made. This was published on November 21st, 2021. The height, really, of this Hapebeast, right when everyone's kind of popping off, that video is going viral, everyone's freaking out. This video got almost 50,000 views. Props to you guys. If you're not already subscribed to NFT Nate's channel, he's at 18.7K. Let's get him to 20,000 subscribers. He's gonna get there regardless, but let's get into it. If you're excited about this video, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. If you're not following me on Twitter, if you're not in my Discord down below in the description, you're only hurting yourself. As always, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's gonna take to navigate this metaverse on your own one day. So if that sounds good to you, eat it great, mate. And get your 3 free shots using my Weeble link. Let's get into it. Also, before we start, if you want to get in contact with me, just email me at joyageofficial@gmail.com.
Hapebeast is arguably going to be the biggest drop of the year. They've got over 200,000 real members in their Discord. Their Twitter is at around 83,000. And their Genesis collection has a floor price of 25 ETH. So it's going to be big. Let's jump in and check out what the price could hit for Hapebeast. First up, I want to say if you get...
Bro, that video was hype, though. That trailer was fucking hype. Too bad didn't quite live up to the expectations, but, you know, who could with that level of hype? Also, Nate, what the fuck is this bandana, bro? What is this Walmart blue bandana you have? And then what's it called? The wind muff? The wind muff on the mic? What's good with that? This is fucking hilarious because this is an old setup for you. You've got some tequila behind you. You've got a Rubik's Cube behind you. It's pretty cool. I would definitely say your new setup is fire as fuck. But this is pretty cool. See, I didn't know that. I didn't see your channel, I don't think, at this point yet. So this is the first time I'm seeing this older setup.
So once we run up about 24 hours, what you'll see is a steady increase of the purchases and the price floor rising. Because what will happen is there will be a FOMO. People will start seeing that you could have bought it 4 and it's gone up to 6. You could have bought it at 6, you could have sold at 7 or 8, and it's going to let it run up. Megaverse kind of started to run up and hit around that sort of 8 to 9 ETH mark, and kind of you can see a sale that tapped out at about 10. But then what has happened is Megaverse had a reveal, and then there was a big shake up in terms of pricing, and then that's when things start to come.
Imagine buying fucking anything at the top of the preview. What are you doing? Who the fuck is buying that? Like, it makes me upset that someone paid 10 ETH because it's like they have this much money and they still make the worst decisions ever. It makes no sense. How the fuck do you have 10 ETH and you're the one buying Hapebeast to the top, or you're the one buying Megaverse to the top? Absolutely fucking unacceptable if you have that kind of money.
Now this is where it get a little bit interesting. I don't think Hapebeast will do an instant reveal. I think they will do a reveal similar to Megaverse. If it runs out for around 2 or 3 days, I do believe we can get up to around that 8 to 10 ETH mark before reveal. If it is a reveal within 24 hours of the first minting, then I believe that we'll have some issues.
Yeah, he's pretty much spot on there. I'm pretty sure Hapebeast touched or anywhere in the realm of like 8 to 12 ETH, I remember. I don't remember if it went above 12, but he's pretty much right. What happened was Hapebeast had like a week long, or I think even maybe over a week for the pre-reveal phase, and people were just trading. It was fluctuating all the way from like 6 to 10 to 12, and then back down, back up and down. And so this is usually what happens. You know, we've only really seen a couple projects not do that. Now, Zuki was one of them, and I think there's 1 or 2 more, but for the majority of projects, this is how it goes. And the only real difference between back then and now is that most of the time now, the very highest prices happen right when the mint happens. So if you can mint your project immediately and just set it at some stupid high number, those are really the times that kind of thing happens, because what people fail to realize is that the people buying and selling are the ones who set the floor. If everyone listed at 12, that's the floor, you know? So it's just one of those things, like if you're one of the first people ever, just list that bitch as something stupid high that you think it would just never sell at. You might get lucky.
Another reason that I feel like the Hapebeast price floor pre-reveal can get to around that sort of 10 ETH mark quite easily is the fact that the Genesis collection is going for a floor price of 25. I don't think it'll get to 25, but I think half of the Genesis collection is a nice standing point. The markets really do like to play around with 50% support levels, so that's why I feel like it's not unheard of to get to that sort of 10 ETH or even a 12 ETH mark when it gets to Hapebeast. And that is just basing off some data that we've got when it comes to the Genesis collection.
Another point to make is that it does depend on where the market's at. If Hapebeast launched the market like right now, there's no way in hell it would touch 12 ETH, but they still launched in like the tail end of the bull market last time, so they got lucky. You know, if they'd waited a little bit too long, it may have fucked themselves. But it's, at least for trying to drive up like a really crazy high floor price in the short term, that's cool. But you know, obviously it doesn't fucking matter because there's so much FUD surrounding Hape now, even though they had the massive run up and everyone's like, fuck yeah, it had so much hype, look how high the floor is, and now it's low. Everyone's like, you fuck Hapebeast, they suck, they haven't done anything. It's just like stupid.
So if you are lucky enough to get in and get a Hape, don't sell it straight away, hold on to it, see what happens over that 12 or 24 hour period and see where the run up is, and find out when the reveal is going to be, and be prepared to sell before the reveal if you would like to do that.
Sorry, I'm just noticing, because it's a different angle than I'm used to seeing Nate, which is the head on straight. And he's also gotten way more comfortable in front of the camera, way better with his hand gestures. I'm just noticing his hands the whole time, like doing a whole lot of this, whole lot of twiddling around. It's so interesting because I did the same shit when I was, well, I mean, I was a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera just because I've been making videos for like 10 years. But you know, it is something, one of those things that you try to figure out what to do with your hands. That's why I always had this pen, and why I learned the little pen flip thing. I can sometimes do it all the way. Oh!
If you can see what you believe as life-changing money, take it. Don't care about the haters. Don't listen to anyone else. Block it out. Take that money off the table. But I think you should wait until you find out when the reveal is going to be to then maximize those returns. If you are in that flip mentality and you still like the project, what I would do is I would follow this as a similar task and find out when the reveal is going to be.
Just looking at these Hapebeasts, they look so good. And then you just look at the floor and you're like, wow, those floor Hapes do not look anything like these, the ones that they rolled with for a lot of their like advertisements and stuff. It's just tragic.
So the way that you should do this is you should jump in and buy one, not straight away. Give it 2 or 3 hours. You'll kind of see here on this chart, it starts off, it does dip down. You can then pick one up maybe sort of 3 to 4 hours afterwards, and then that floor starts to rise, because what happens is the people that get in early, they start to see it dropping, they start to list. Then some volume comes back into the market, which then lifts it back up, and then it kind of starts to move. So if you are going to be buying one on the secondary market, don't buy it the minute you can get it. Let it run out a little bit for a couple of hours, a few hours. When you see that, you can then scoop one up. What you will then see is a slow build up until the reveal. What you can then do, because you have bought in on the secondary market, you could write it up from a 4 or a 5 ETH to an 8 or a 9, sell it before reveal, then when the price floor does drop, enter back in underneath your exit price.
And just by the way, this is probably a higher risk strategy. What I would do if I was trying to buy into Hape is I wouldn't buy into Hape unless I had a lot of ETH on the side. And I would wait till after the reveal. I wouldn't try and, because the thing is, when you're buying in pre-reveal, you don't know where you're at in the market. You think you know, but sometimes you hit a local top and you just bought the local top and now you're down bad. You know, there's nowhere to go but down at that point. And so you just don't know. It's a dangerous game to play. It is good though for a lot of people. Like the pre-reveal, as long as it's just a few days at least, it will be a lot of fluctuating. You know, so you can, you know, you're probably not going to buy the local top, but you're also probably not going to buy the local bottom. And it's just a little bit more high risk. To get the best deal is to wait long term. Like if you can wait a long time, now you can buy a Hapebeast for 1 or 2 ETH. You couldn't buy one even remotely close to that during and when the attention was on Hapebeast.
I think if everyone's only able to really hold one in general, then there's going to be a chance that it could run up very, very high, very, very fast. And I think it's that point where you should almost, if you're able to get one on the sort of primary market, so you're able to mint a Hapebeast, you're almost better off taking that day off work, taking that day off school when it comes down to the days after, to make sure that you can actually execute a trade when you are, because you'd hate to be on a train, on a bus somewhere, and not be able to kind of execute that trade, because the difference between 6 ETH
Take our school
and
to
7
DJ,
ETH doesn't seem
motherfucker.
like much, but that's an extra $4,000 or $5,000 in your pocket. And if you really are needing that money, then that is a good decision to make. So like I said, this is not financial advice. These are just some predictions and some patterns that I have noticed when it comes down to the NFT space and how things kind of move when it comes down to minting, reveal, and then post-reveal. You should look at this in an objective manner, remove everyone else from it. If there is money on the table that you feel like could change your life in some substantial way, you should definitely take it. This market is highly speculative. We went into an NFT bear market, then all of a sudden we're out of it. We don't know what's going to happen over the next week, let alone the next month when Hapebeast actually does release. So keep that in mind when you are looking at this and doing research. Write up a plan and stick to that plan, because if you write a plan and stick to that plan, then you're not going to regret it, because you've thought out that plan. You haven't played with emotions, you've just played with logic.
Well, that video aged pretty well, Nate. Damn, that was pretty good analysis right there. You're pretty much spot on with everything that happened. That was a good little review. It was basically a promo for Hapebeast at this point when I'm reviewing this video. I just noticed that, because it was essentially just a full breakdown of Hapebeast and what to do here. But there's also a lot of alpha, a lot of good information, a lot of good strategy tips, and that's why I love watching his channel. He's got a great YouTube channel. So if you guys are looking for a new NFT YouTuber to watch other than myself, check him out. Check out NFT Nate. All his links should be down in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more reaction videos, let me know who you want me to review and react to. Yeah, again, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom, smash the like button, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord down below in the description. If you made it to the end of this video, code word is going to be Nate in all caps. Make sure you get 3 free stocks using my Weeble link. It helps me out directly, and you get free money. We all love that. If you want to see more of me right now, click on one of these boxes on the other side of me. Until next time, continue on your Joyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're alive watching this video. Bye.